Hello guys and welcome back. So today I've got a build order for you. This is for a fast castle into Knights with a bit of a 3TC boom follow-up. Now this is with any civilization, and it's for actually a 13 minute and 35 fast castle. So one of my little crazy very fast ones, so not a standard fast castle, one of my little crazy ones. So we can be done with any civ. We're doing it with the Magyars here, so kind of doing it in the same sort of manner as you would the Step Lancer rush, but rather than going in all in aggression, we're actually just going to start adding some town centres once we've got some map control and focus on booming a little bit. So we've got 6 on sheet as per usual, and then the first villager, or the next villager after that, is going to come and lure the first boar. So villager number 7, we're going to lure the boar. You can see here we've got the build order overlay app, which is an external app that you can have on the screen whilst you play. Shows you build orders. You can see the link for this is in the description. It's made by Crafty Salamander, and you can get the actual build orders via Patreon or channel memberships. That's my own bespoke build orders. So the boar's in, we're sending 4 more villagers over to wood, and we're going to start pushing the deer once we've got them. They're not in the best spot over there, but we still need them. So yeah, the idea with this build order essentially just make sort of 5 or 6 knights once you get to the castle age. Use them just to kill off the enemy feudal army and gain some map control, and then switch to getting some town centres. So by 20 minutes you should have 3 town centres all working and creating villages, so starting to get a bit of a boom going for your economy. You probably don't want to over invest in the boom, because you're still going to want to make some army, because one thing I've noticed with this one is that it can cause you a few issues if you just do that and don't focus on army basically. So the next villagers come out, it's going to go and make a house and then lure the boar, and then the next villager after that is going to go on to the food under your town centre as well. So essentially 2 to boar, but your first one's going to make a house and lure the first boar. So yeah, what I found with this one is if you stick to just booming and your enemy goes 1 TC aggression and they mass up loads and loads of knights, and you've not really done much army management, if you like, recruiting for yourself, the knights just wreck you. So do be mindful of getting those counter units out whilst you're booming, so get loads of pikemen. So next villagers come out, it's going to make a house, and then they're going to go to berries, and then we're going to send next 4 over to berries as well. That will give us a total of 5 on berries. So by the time that's finished, we'll have 9 on boar, 4 on wood, 5 on berries. There we go. So yeah, just work with any civilization. Now, one thing I've found quite useful, I've only done it on 1 game, but it did go quite well, was with the Franks. So we can actually use this with the Franks. I did alter the build slightly for doing it with the Franks, but I actually followed it up with a basically just castle dropping and going into Axeman. So we got the map control and then started going on to stone to get enough stone for castles, and just went forward and started castle dropping. Worked really well. So that's another little tweak you can do with this build. So we've got the 5 on the berries now, so the next villager to come out has gone on to the TC food, and you can see we've added a farm with one of those weakened villagers from earlier on. You are going to want to have a farm, and the next 3 villagers are going to go to the wood line, and you'll see on the build order we're not actually researching loom. So I've started to come to the frame of mind where you're actually better off, because we don't see drushes much anymore, you're potentially better off just delaying loom. So you can apply that to your normal scout rushes and stuff. Just delay loom till feudal age, because then you've got that extra time collecting resources whilst you're advancing. So it seems to be much better. So that's something I'm going to do going forward, I think, with even my meta builds. Okay, so we've got 23 population. We've clicked up that villager that just came out is going over to wood. Before he goes to wood, he's going to make a barracks, just so that we're ready to drop a stable when we hit the castle age. That's pretty much all we're doing. See, we've not moved any villagers around off of sheep. We're just going to concentrate trying to collect all that food. You can see we've got quite a few resources. You'll notice obviously we've not got anything on gold at the moment. That's because we're going to make a market and sell the stone. So just leave you a little bit vulnerable because you've not got a stone to defend your gold. So do be mindful of that. If your gold's forward, it might not be the best idea. But we're going to build the market with 3 wood villages and the stable with 2. The reason why we're using 3 villages on the market is just so that we can get that up as soon as possible, quickly sell the stone, and then as soon as this final villager comes out, we'll be able to click up to the castle age. Now what I actually did was, the first thing I did was to research loom, and then 1 villager has gone over to gold. We've then moved a villager from sheep over to wood, and then we've moved 4 villagers from sheep over to the gold. So we should have 5 on gold, 8 on wood. We'll have 5 under the TC who will all be making farms. Oh, that's including that 1 farm villager we've already got. And then we've still got those 5 on the berries, like so. Okay. Yeah, so that's what we've just done whilst we've been advancing. Just getting all that moving around. We're going to research bloodlines. So as soon as you've got 100 gold, 150 food, get bloodlines research. Should be around halfway up to when you're on the way to castle age that you'll be clicking that. So you can see now we're at 50%, 51% I think, and bloodlines was clicked. Okay, so again I'll just fast forward this little bit till we get to the castle age, and essentially all we're doing now is just sending 2 villagers over to gold. That'll give us 7 on gold. That's all you need for maintaining constant night production, and then we'll try and add new villagers onto farms. We want to get up to a total of 13 villagers on farms. That'll just ensure that we can still make knights and we can still make villagers constantly as well. Now with this, you shouldn't have any idle time really between town centre or stable, so you should be able to keep pumping out knights. Like I say, you probably only want to go for between 4 and 6 knights. Just that should be enough to get map control, and then start making a little bit of a switch onto getting town centres. Basically, you can see I'm just taking some villages off of berries, adding farms because they're about to run out. So do use your berry villages for farms as well, and just keep getting those farm numbers up. So once you've kind of got all your farms, you can either start sending villagers onto the straggler trees. They will be your town centre builders, and then when you've got enough wood for a town centre, and you should have enough gold by then as well if you've stopped production of the knights momentarily, buy some stone, get a second town centre down. You might want to get your second town centre on the stone to start off with, because then you can start collecting some stone ready to build the next one, or to start progressing towards buying building a castle. Because you not only are going to have town centres, you're going to want a defensive castle that's going to be there to defend your economy as well. You want to make your economy as watertight as you can without having to make walls, basically. So having those defensive castles, plenty of town centres to protect your villages is key. Also, obviously, like I've just mentioned, don't forget to make your counters. So if you know you're up against civ, make sure you've got plenty of pikemen made. But that's it for this one. So if you want to see the little meme video, which is quite a fun little video of how I actually came up with this build, then do click on the screen now, the little card. And that's it. I'll see you on the next one.